What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and it's first thing in the morning. Today's gonna take kind of a crazy turn. I don't even know what to say about all of this. We got a lot of stuff that we're doing right now, a lot of positive stuff. We're able to provide work for people, and I mean, that is such a cool thing. We've got these business ventures that are starting to gain a little bit of momentum with the moving, with the landscaping, and I'm super excited about these things. You know, there's also some negative things that I'm seeing taking place at the same exact time, and they don't deal with us, but they do deal with somebody who we've been featuring, who we've been working with, and because of that today, I feel like we have to put everything else on pause and at the very least go check on this individual and see if there's anything that we can do. The person that I'm speaking about is Remy. As of late, Remy has been all to pieces. Let's just put it like that. He's been making very crazy posts all over Facebook saying that, you know, he's going to do some very bad things to himself, and you never want to see that from anybody. You just don't ever want to see that type of stuff. You want to see people do good and people be able to do good for themselves, but sometimes things in life, I guess, will make you want to do bad things. Even bad things to yourself. This has been going on for the last couple of days now. Jellico's been in contact with Remy. I have not. I have not. But Jellico has been definitely trying to talk Remy off of the ledge, and he's done so at least a couple of times. And every time that he does so, it seems like things are okay. And all of a sudden we are where we are right now, which is, it was just early in the morning this morning, probably like around 3 o'clock, maybe even earlier than that, when Remy was back at it again, making these crazy posts all over Facebook talking about what he was wanting to do. And you know, I'm not filming this to blast this dude. I'm filming this because, you know, people really do struggle. His struggle deals with, I guess, his girlfriend left him. And that's devastating to him. I've been left by girlfriends in the past. I know what it's like to get your heart broke. I can imagine many people out there have been in this situation before. Many people out there have known somebody who has talked like this. Maybe you've talked like this. Maybe you know somebody who's actually gone through with something like this. I most certainly know that I have myself. I hate to film this video right here. I don't want this to be the drama, but I'm filming this nonetheless because this is what we do. We work with individuals, we work to try to further what we're doing in an effort to help individuals, but if there's a situation, well, damn it, I'm filming. Because in just a couple of minutes, Jellico is about to get over here, and we're about to take a ride an hour away to go check on Remy, and hopefully, he's gonna be okay. I don't honestly know what to do. Remy's talked about coming back to live with his father. He's gone back and forth with that idea. It's now or never today. If this guy wants to do good, if he wants to stand a chance, if he wants to give himself a chance, it's the best possible move that he needs to make. Not only does he need to get away from that trailer, he needs to get away from that relationship, as sad as it is to say. You know, there is such a thing as a toxic, negative relationship. I've been there myself. And that's certainly what it seems like Remy is in right now. I pray that this man is okay. I pray that this man wants to give himself a chance. But only time will tell when we get there. And unfortunately, it's an hour plus away. But we're getting ready to take this ride. Again, Jellico's going to be over here. And we've got to go check on Remy. It's the very least that we can do. And hopefully, we can do something. All right. So it's Jellico and I. What's going on with you, man?
What's up, buddy? How we doing?
Doing good.
Good morning.
We got a lot of things going on today, and the most important thing to do is to go see Remy. We just got off the phone with him. He's absolutely distraught. His girlfriend left him. I guess she took everything, and he came home and she was gone. Don't really know the ins and outs of why that happened, but it happened. And even if we found out, I don't know. It's not like I'm really trying to put that out there. The fact that we're even filming this video, you know, I said that there's a lot of different people that we deal with here on After Prison Show. There's a lot of different stories, and everybody's story is different. Everybody's struggle is different, and it's a part of what we do. We feature what's going on with individuals. I've said before that there's people who like Remy, there's people who don't like Remy, but even though we're chronicling this, I think the most important reason for us to do so is I will hope that when you guys see this, you know, you'll offer this man some support. There's nothing like hearing a grown man crying on the phone because he feels like his life is in shambles. I'm not honestly sure what we can do to help him other than to just try to offer him some support, some kind words, let him know that there are people who are there for him, and also offer him an opportunity. Come back down this way. We've got the box truck sitting right over there. We've got moving work, we've got landscape work, we've got gigs, we've got work for you. Do something constructive, something positive, something to keep your mind off of what's going on right now. It might not be the solve all, but at least it's a step in the right direction. You know, Jellico, you've been sitting here talking with Remy quite a bit, trying to talk him off of the ledge.
Yeah, man, I've had conversations with him starting the day before yesterday, man, when it all went down. I was the first one he called. We were doing a late night moving gig, and I talked to him, and he was in shambles. He really was, and he asked me to come get him. And I had a job going on that went on to like 10:30. It was late, I had to get up early. So I talked to him and let him know that I couldn't come, but we talked. He actually even talked to my girlfriend for some time, and he's been talking to me and my girlfriend on a regular basis. And I'm getting contacted by other people to make sure that I'm calling him. Like early this morning, like 4 o'clock this morning, my phone's just chirping, beeping, and somebody from, you know, the Army gives me a messenger letting me know what's going on with Remy, and I look, and you know,
it's not an easy situation.
It's not. It's hard because I don't know. There's not. You don't know what to say. You know, you don't try to say the wrong thing, and it's just everybody goes through things differently and handle things differently. I mean, I understand the type of hurt or the mindset, but you know, it's just kind of hard to deal with. You know, I mean, it's hard. It's hard. It's just a lot. You know, I mean,
it's a lot of stress. You know, but one thing about it, you can't fix people's problems. People can only fix their own problems. People can only handle their own problems and get through them the way that they get through them. Remy's been making a lot of crazy posts on Facebook, and without making this any longer than it is already, you know, major shout out to Jellico for talking this man off of the ledge multiple times. And this morning, that's what we're getting ready to go do in person. Attempt to talk this man off of the ledge and give this dude some sure enough, right here, right now, options. So let's go see him and let's go see what we can make happen. So we just got the Remy's, and we're gonna go see what's going on. Usually he's out here to greet us. The door's shut, so let's go see what's going on. Remy!
Good morning, guys.
How you holding up, bro?
I'm holding up.
It's good to see you, man.
You too.
what's up, buddy? Still smoking still?
Yeah.
You alright, man?
What you been doing, man? You been eating anything?
No. I ain't got much left to eat. Actually, I had somebody order me some Golden Corral, so I got that showing up.
Well, Remy, you're going through a lot of stuff, man, and I don't know what the heck, what led to everything.
Yeah, neither do I. That's what I'm saying. All her clothes are still here. She literally left with the clothes on her back. She has to come back. She has to come back.
Did she meet somebody? I mean, what the fuck?
I don't know. I know she's not with with the other baby daddy. I know she's not with him because he's worried sick about her and won't leave me the alone. See, messenger won't leave me alone.
Well,
that's somebody actually showing some support and some love right there.
Hello. Yes. Ask for Remy? Yes, sir. Thank you. Do I got to sign for something? No, please. Thank you very much.
Shoot, I wish I had some Cracker Barrel. Remy, it's good to see you, man, and I apologize that we're seeing you under negative circumstances and the fact that you're going through a lot of stuff. But the first thing that I want to say is, you know, we care about you, and obviously there's a lot of other people who care about you as well.
Yeah.
You've been posting some pretty wild stuff on Facebook, talking about that you want to hurt yourself. And I told you when we got here, and I told you this off camera, I want to tell it to you on camera, you know, I'm glad that you did that, because it actually showed that so many people care about you and don't want to see you do anything bad to yourself at all. Look, you're obviously going through a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's safe to say that the reason why you're going through all of this stuff is because you and your girlfriend broke up, or she left you, whatever. That's the situation. You came home, she had taken what little she took, and she was gone.
Yep.
Have you had any communication with her?
I had communication with her Tuesday night. She said she was going to be home yesterday. Changed her phone number. Never showed up.
Is there the possibility that she's out there using?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a great possibility of that. And on top of it, she's carrying my baby. And I care deeply about that.
Look, the reason for us being here is to show moral support. The reason for us being here is to let you know that you're not the only person who goes through a situation that's super messed up. Obviously, what you're going through, it is super messed up. But it is a situation that you can pull yourself through. And there are people who want to be there to help you pull yourself through it and don't want to see you do anything crazy.
That's why I reached out.
You know, it's a perfect example with the stuff that you've got right here, the food, the coffee, the breakfast. You haven't eaten in 2 days, and somebody from the After Prison Show fan page sent you this food.
Yeah, somebody from California.
You know, we've talked with you the last time that we saw you about you getting out of this trailer and coming back to our area to be closer to us and to be around more positive stuff.
And that's still my plan. I have things in place, that a place to stay. I've got you guys, I got a support system. So I'm trying my best to not fall back into old ways.
It's a tough thing that you're dealing with. You're not the only person who's ever dealt with this situation. Everybody deals with this at some point in their life when you lose somebody that you care deeply about. Even though it may feel like it's the end of the world, you know, I want you to know that are those mashed potatoes?
No, it's biscuit and gravy and cheese and hash browns.
Oh man. Even though it may feel like it's the end of the world, Remy, it's most certainly not. And our game plan is, with the fact that you are prepared to come back to the local area, we want to get you closer to us, we want to keep you around us, and we want to get you working with us to get your mind off of, you know, the negative thoughts, the toxicity of this place here. And that's something that you're prepared to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already given it a lot of thought and put things in place with people to stay with until I can get enough money saved up to get my own place.
I don't even know if it's right of me to ask this, but I want to ask, you know, are you going to hurt yourself?
I already tried once, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not. It's not worth it.
You know, if you could leave today, I'm sure that you would, but you've explained to us you've got a doctor's appointment coming up in just a little while that you need to go to.
Yeah, I need my detox medication.
And that's the Suboxone.
Yes. If I don't have that, I will relapse.
Have you tried to reach out to probation about this situation?
Yes, they told me to call them back. I'm trying to get my probation switched back to Virginia Beach, emergency transfer. So I know that's going to happen. My PO wasn't in his office when I had called. He's out until Monday.
But Monday is the day. And you know, you could probably make a phone call to their superior officer and say, hey, look, you know, this is an emergency situation. I need to get out of this environment. This is not healthy for me.
Yes, I already planned on doing that. But I still, there's the fact of the matter I have to go to the doctor and I have to notify them that I'm going to be leaving so that they can transfer my doctor's appointments and everything back to Virginia Beach. I have to get with the landlord of the house and explain the situation to him and turn the keys in and let him know that I don't care if the rent's paid or not, you know, because the rent's paid for the month, that I need to leave. It's a priority that I leave.
You know, I've been in toxic relationships in the past. I know what they can lead to. I know the feelings they can lead to. I know the trouble they can lead to. I want to say that, you know, maybe as cliche as this may sound, this is for the best. It may feel like it's the absolute worst right now, but this could be for the best. You know, we want to get you back around us. We want to get you.
My whole thing is, I just want some kind of an explanation. I deserve that much.
You know, maybe there's not. Did you ever have an explanation when you were out there doing the wrong thing?
Yeah, I was doing it because I was an idiot.
So maybe that's the explanation. I mean, whatever the explanation is, it's the fact of the situation right now.
Yeah.
You're sitting here, you're going through a miserable situation, you feel horrible, and I think that getting you closer to us, getting you working, getting you sweating, getting your mind off of this will start to put some positive thoughts in your head. Hey, look at what I'm doing for me. Hey, look at what I'm doing for my kids. You know, you got to be the stand-up person right here. You got to be the strong one, even though that's probably hard to do right now.
It is. I don't want to, because I know she's in the area still. She's not very far. She doesn't have the resources to leave the area, and I was trying to provide that for her.
Has the thought ever crossed your mind to move on in a relationship, like female, and dealing, you know, has it crossed your mind?
It's crossed my mind, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want to move on.
I mean, nobody wants to move on.
I will leave the situation, and I will leave it alone and let her have her space, if that's what she needs. But I've been nothing but honest with this girl, and you've got to realize that she is the only person that I've ever come across that understands what I've been through. She understands who I am and where I come from. I can open up to her. I can tell her things that I can't even tell my own therapist.
You know, but I want to say this. What you feel like you have with this girl, that's love. You're deeply in love with her. You've got a bond with her. But what you've mentioned to us about what transpired, you guys had an argument, and then you would come home and she was gone.
This was days later after the argument.
But you know, I've been in this situation before, and many other people have as well. You know, sometimes you're made to feel like you're the problem because there's other things that are going on that you might not even be aware of. And I don't tell you that to try to put any kind of more thoughts in your head. I'm just telling you, you know, there is that possibility. Remy, you're not the problem. You know, you've been the guy who's come home and tried to be there for the family and tried to be working to provide for the family. You know, some situations just aren't the right situations.
You're right. And I've thought of that. And my ex-wife has told me that. I've been in contact with her. She knows what's going on. And her and my oldest son have both told me the same thing. They both want me to come back to the area so that if I can't have a relationship with the children that I have here, at least I can have him, because I'm running out of time with him. He's about to be an adult. My selfish actions have removed myself from his life, and he deserves to at least know that I care for him and that I'm here for him, because he has problems of his own.
And you know, you got to think about the bigger picture. You know, you got to think about, it's going to sound crazy, but you have to think about you first, Remy. You can't be no good to nobody else unless you're good to you first.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, Jellico and I came out here today. We wanted to be here to show the moral support. We wanted to be able to get this update with you, even though this is a messed up, super messed up situation that you're going through. There's a lot of people on the After Prison Show fan page who are quite aware of the post that you've been making, stating...
They've all been reaching out to me.
Jellico can attest to the fact that his phone has been blowing up non-stop since that. You got to want this for yourself, man. You got to want better for yourself. And even though it may seem like that's not the easiest thing or even a possible thing at this point, with time, with some separation, with some distance, things will get easier, things will get better for you.
I hope so. I really hope so.
You know, Jellico, I got Jellico sitting over here, and I can imagine. You got anything you want to say about this?
Nah, man, it's just, I know it's tough, man. I've been in a relationship in particular, man, where it wasn't going to work out, or where I wanted it to work out, and just, things are just hard for whatever reason, man. And I just, there's no easy way to deal with relationship issues, because it's just two people, you know, and it's just, it's tough, especially when you got youngins involved, and everything, the world going on, work and stuff like that, man. I know it's tough.
You got good people in your corner, Remy.
I know I do, and I appreciate everything that you guys do.
It ain't just us, though,
I
man.
reached out to everybody.
You know, the entire APS Army is concerned about you. Nobody wants to see you do anything harmful to yourself. You know, we're glad to see that you're still here. You know, you matter in this world. You've got this life. This is all you got. You're young enough to be able to accomplish so much for yourself, so much for your family. Every time we see you, we're always trying to give you some kind of positive message, some kind of options. And right now, you know, the options are that Monday or sooner, you know, you're coming back to the area.
Yeah.
And I'm going to work you like you ain't ever been worked before in your life. I'm going to work right beside you.
I'm good because I need it.
We're going to get some money in your pocket. We're going to get you sweating like you ain't never sweated before.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, but...
And
yeah.
starting to feel...
You ain't never worked out with Tommy. That's that.
It'll be a step in the right direction for you. To start doing good for yourself so that you can be some good to your family. So that you can start feeling like you matter. Because you really do.
I hope I matter to somebody. Because I don't matter to myself right now.
Well, you damn sure matter to a lot of people in the APS Army.
Damn right.
Thank you guys.
You know,
from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys, everybody.
You know, your story, the things that we've shared about you, this situation in particular right here, Remy, you ain't the only person who's ever gone through this, and you ain't the only person who's going through something similar to this situation right now. And with the fact that you're sitting here and you're eating and you're, you know, that's a sign that you know what you need to do. And that's a sign that you still, even though you may say that you don't care about yourself, you do. Because you could easily be out there not giving any kind of care or consideration to what happens to you, going out there committing crime just in an effort to be able to use.
Yeah.
You know the responsibilities that you have. You know what you would leave behind if you weren't here.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
I'm gonna wrap it up with this. And, you know, I want to ask, there's got to be something that you want to say to at least the people who have been supportive.
Well, I want to say to everybody that has reached out to me and has talked to me, I appreciate y'all's words. I appreciate everything that y'all have done for me. The food, the support. I really do. And I don't want to let nobody down, especially my kids. It's just, it's going to take time for me to heal, and it's going to take time for me to get over it. I know eventually I will, but right now I don't see an out at this point.
There is an out. That out is Monday or sooner. That out is you coming back to the area and you starting to put one foot in front of the other, getting into a new environment and doing productive things like getting outside and working.
Yeah, that's what I need.
All right, we're just getting ready to be leaving from Remy's right now, and you know, we had a lot more conversation with him than was actually on video, but we tried to talk this man off of the ledge. He knows he needs to get out of this situation. It's something that we've talked about with him many times before about, and I just want to see him get out of here and get closer to us so that, you know, he can begin putting some separation between this negative situation. Jellico, how do you think it went out here?
I think it went good, man. I mean, there's a time when people are dealing with internal stuff, and you just gotta let them deal with it and soak all the information in, or the love in, and just make a conscious decision to do the right thing. And I generally think that he's gonna make a good conscious decision.
He says a lot of people have been telling him a lot of things that he ain't been trying to hear. We were definitely doing that as well, and I told him, I said, you know, sometimes you're going to hear things you don't want to hear, but when you got multiple people and a lot of people telling you the same thing, you know, the chances are they're probably right. I'm hopeful that today he will call us and he'll be ready to come back to the area, and it needs to happen sooner than later. And I'm hopeful again that that happens today. I want to thank everybody who saw the post that Remy was making and reached out and offered this man some support. He's been talking pretty crazy on Facebook, but you know, when you get your heart broke, sometimes that's how you'll be feeling. It's not the end of the world, and I'm just hopeful we're going to be able to give this guy the chance that he deserves.